What's up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button, and if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this beautifully honest reaction. I wanted to circle back to the Divorce in the Black movie, the Tyler Perry executive produced, written, created, all of that good stuff, right? I wanted to talk about this for a little brief minute because I did watch the movie. It's on Amazon Prime, and I told you guys that I only watched it because one of my clients, who's also a friend of mine, she was telling me about it, and she's like, if you want to see something that is just, it's so bad that it's funny, watch it. And so I did. I found some time in my day, which I rarely have, and I was multitasking as I always am, and I had the movie on. And I will be honest, I did fall asleep at the end, and I was reluctant as to whether I was going to go back and watch the rest of it, but I finally did. And so, with that being said, my opinion still stands. I wasn't speaking about the movie being bad in terms of Meagangood not being a good actress, although I still stand by what I said. I do believe that she reminds me a lot of Gabrielle Union in the fact that anything you see them in as an adult, because Gabrielle and Megan, they started in Hollywood as teen actresses. They've been in a number of different things. So I will give them that. They have constantly been working, and I will never take that away from them, because that's not something that every Black actress has had the ability to do or the opportunity to say. So I definitely am happy that they have been able to do that, but also understanding that I know that they don't really get their just due pay-wise in Hollywood. So they really have to keep working. So, with that being said, as adult actresses, everything that I see them in, there really is no range. The acting, it's not a far stretch. So I stand by that. But that's not me hating. That's me giving my personal critique. And I have the right to do that. And the reason why I wanted to say that is because some people feel that if you give a critique of something, they just completely label that as hating. And that is a label that is just completely outstretched, overused, over and done, burnt to a crisp. It's been used so often that the definition, I feel that people are trying to change it. Like some words that are in the English language that we've known as one thing in the past, and then people start using it in another way, and so it adds another definition to that word. But I'm sorry, for me, giving criticism will never be hating for me. It never will be. But some people, they just like to label it as that. So I just wanted to speak to that, but also the fact that when it comes to Tyler Perry, I stand by what I said. I said that the movie wasn't great. Now, did the clarity look great? Absolutely. It didn't look like it was filmed with somebody's camcorder or, and we know these days iPhones, they can shoot really good footage. So, but I'm just basically saying it looks definitely like he put the money in for the camera quality and the production of it and all of that stuff. But when it comes to the writing, it's not the best. It just isn't. And listen, I've just come to the conclusion that is okay with Tyler, because he's obviously doing it for the money. He's not doing it for the crossover awards. And that's okay, because I'm not saying that everyone should strive to achieve an Oscar award in that industry. Not everybody's going to achieve that, and not everybody wants to. And I also don't have an issue with someone who is African American not achieving to so-called crossover to others. But I do believe that in some way, shape, or form, because I've heard people say it, I have, that are of the majority ethnicity, that the Tyler Perry movies that they like are like the ones that are honestly like minstrel shows. It's Medea. We get it. Medea was not starring in Divorced in the Black, although I will say at the beginning in that funeral scene, Medea might as well have been up in there, because that was like a bad comedy a bad comedy sketch for sure. So Medea would have fit right in. Medea definitely could have been sitting on one of the pews and going off on the pastor, condemning the person to hell because they lived a hellish lifestyle and all of that stuff. But I will say, like, I just said, when Caucasians and others who do watch Tyler Perry movies watch them, when they go to the movies to watch those movies, they are watching Medea does whatever. And they love to laugh at, I will say, us. Even though I'm putting that like in air quotes right now, because that's not us. That's not a representation of who we are. But they're not going to go and watch, well, obviously they don't have to go and watch it, but they're not watching Divorce in the Black. They're not watching Acrimony. They're watching Medea does whatever foolish shenanigans that she does. So I'm saying all of that to say, yeah, Tyler Perry obviously does what he does for the sake of the dollar. It's not about crossing over and winning awards. But I wanted to share this because the movie scored a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. 0%. Now I'm going to read this from the Neighborhood Talk. So they said, if you didn't catch Tyler Perry's new movie, Divorce in the Black, you didn't miss anything. While Perry is definitely a staple in the cinematic world and has blessed us with timeless classics, from his plays to his box office hits, Divorce in the Black seemed like a to-be version of Diary of a Mad Black Woman. From Gritball to Medea cutting everything in half in Diary of a Mad Black Woman, Tyler is known for giving us some dramatic scenes. However, starting the Divorce in the Black film off with the family removing their loved one from a casket during a funeral was just comical as opposed to emotionally provoking. The film received 0% on Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter. Social users have chimed in calling it his worst film yet. Comedian Lonnie Love took to X and said, I love that Tyler is paying Black actors now. I wish he would hire Black writers and directors that have experience to help him with his movies. He could improve the movies and make them award worthy if he would stop trying to save money by doing the writing and directing himself. And I agree with that. And so, not that I was looking for approval or anyone to agree with me when I did my previous commentary, when I said meagangood got paid the most money she's ever been paid to star in the worst movie that she's ever been in. I stand by that. That's not me hating. That's me sharing my personal opinion of what I saw. And so while I'm happy that he paid Megan and Corey Hardrick the most money that they've ever been paid for a role, for them, it pays the bills. Kudos. I 100% understand. Get your money. It's legal. It's ethical. It may not be award winning, but fine. I don't have an issue with that. But I do agree with Lonnie Love when it's like, I don't agree with you standing on this billionaire title, but you only really want to pay, I would say, some of the actors and actresses, because I don't believe that the other actors and actresses that work for him are really making huge loads of money. Now, I will say that the paycheck that they're getting, I'm quite sure they're probably happy with, because it's more than they probably getting before, to do what they enjoy doing. I believe that for most of them, this is their passion, and they always wanted to be in acting, and these are roles that they were able to get that they probably would not be able to get otherwise in Hollywood. So I have no issues with that. But the fact that he is doing all of the writing and directing himself, and he's not investing in those roles and paying other people to assist him in that, to me, that is selfish. It's greed. It's, okay, I'm a billionaire. Like, boy, pay these people And stop trying to say that everything is written, directed, and produced by Tyler Perry. That's an ego thing for me, and I just have an issue with that. So I 100% agree with Lonnie Love when it comes to that. I stand by what I said before when it comes to the movie, and I am happy that Corey and Megan got paid what they requested, and it wasn't an issue for Tyler, but he needs to get up off of the issue of wanting to hire other directors and producers and writers, because it's not a flex to say you do all of that yourself and you're continuously getting all of these bad reviews for this stuff. It's just getting horrible. So the camera quality may be amazing, but I do have to say that it did give Tubi vibes, and I don't watch a lot of Tubi movies. One, I don't have a lot of time to do that, but if I felt like a good laugh, I might, take the time out to watch one of those things. But honestly, just seeing the titles of some of those movies, it just makes me laugh, and I'm like, I can't invest any of my brain cells in watching any of that crap, so I'm just not going to do it. Maybe I'll spend a few moments on TikTok getting a laugh off of a little 1-minute video, somebody acting stupid, but to spend 45 minutes, 90 minutes, 2 hours on something like that, I can't do it. So I 100% stand by what I said when it comes to the movie. I'm happy that they got their just due, but yeah, clearly Tyler, he's doing it for the Benjamins and not for the Oscars. So guys, you can let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks so much for being here, liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.